Professor Amanda Lewis stood at the landing pad, her heart beating fast as she watched the alien ship descend from the sky. This was a big day. For the first time ever, students from another world would study on Earth. The silver ship touched, down with a soft hiss. Amanda straightened her jacket and took a deep breath. As head of wildlife biology at the University of California, she had been picked to guide these visitors through Earth's wilderness areas. The ship's door slid open. 6 tall figures walked down the ramp in perfect order. They had blue skin that shimmered in the sunlight. Each alien had 4 eyes set in a diamond pattern on their face. Their fingers ended in claws that moved in and out like a cat's. "Welcome to Earth," Amanda said with a smile. "I'm Professor Lewis. I'll be your guide during your stay here." The tallest alien stepped forward. "Thank you for your welcome. I am called Kevin on your world." His voice had an odd echo to it, but his English was perfect. "We are eager to learn about your planet's animals." Behind Amanda, her team watched with wide eyes. Dr. Sam Miller, her best friend and fellow scientist, gave her a thumbs up. The team had spent months getting ready for this day. "We've set up rooms for you in our research center," Amanda said. "Tomorrow we'll start with videos of Earth's major animals before we go see them in person next week." The aliens followed her to a line of waiting cars. They moved with a strange grace, their long legs taking careful steps as if the ground might break under them. "Your gravity is stronger than ours," Kevin explained when he saw Amanda watching them. "We are still getting used to it." On the drive to the research center, Amanda pointed out birds flying overhead and deer grazing in fields. The aliens pressed their faces to the windows, their 4 eyes blinking in different patterns. "So many different animals," said a female alien who had taken the Earth named Lisa. "On our world, Zolex, we have fewer species." "That's interesting," Amanda replied. "Earth has millions of different animal species. That's why we have so many different types of scientists to study them." Kevin leaned forward from the back seat. "We are most interested in your predator animals, especially the tigers." Amanda glanced at him in the mirror. "Tigers? Yes, they're amazing creatures. We'll visit a tiger sanctuary in a few weeks." "May I ask why you're especially interested in them?" The aliens looked at each other. Their faces didn't show emotion the way human faces did, but Amanda could tell they were having some kind of silent talk. "We have studied images," Kevin finally said. "They appear to be efficient hunters. On our world, we have only one main predator. It is called the Gorath." "Only one?" Sam asked from the driver's seat. "That's unusual. Earth has many predators in each habitat. Wolves, bears, sharks, eagles, snakes, and many more." "Yes," Kevin said. "This is why we have come, to understand how so many hunter animals can live in the same world." They arrived at the research center as the sun was setting. The building sat at the edge of Yellowstone National Park, surrounded by forests and mountains. A perfect place to study wildlife. "This will be your home for 6 months," Amanda said as she showed them around. "We have labs, classrooms, and a dining hall. Your rooms are in this wing." The aliens took in everything with their 4-eyed gaze. They seemed most interested in the wall of photos showing the research team working with various animals. "You touch these wild animals?" Lisa asked, pointing to a picture of Amanda next to a sedated wolf. "When we need to," Amanda explained, "to put on tracking collars or give medical care. We're very careful. Wild animals can be dangerous." "Yes," Kevin said. "Danger. That is what we wish to understand." Later that night, after the aliens had gone to their rooms, Amanda sat with Sam in the empty dining hall. "They're fixated on predators," she said, sipping her coffee, "especially tigers." "Did you notice?" Sam nodded. "It's odd. Of all Earth's animals, Why focus on tigers right away? Kevin mentioned they only have one predator species on their world, the Gorith, he called it. Maybe they're just not used to predator diversity. Could be, Sam said. Or maybe there's something about tigers that specifically interests them. We'll find out tomorrow during your presentation. What they didn't know was that in their rooms, the alien students were having a secret meeting. They gathered around a hologram projector that showed a massive creature with armored skin and poison, spikes along its back. This is the mighty Gorith, Kevin told the others. For 10 million years, it has ruled our world as the perfect predator. Nothing can challenge it. He switched the image to a tiger. And this is an Earth tiger. The humans think it is impressive. But clearly, it could never threaten a Gorith. Lisa made a chirping sound of disagreement. The data suggests otherwise. Their hunting methods, their bite force, their speed. We should not be so quick to judge. That is why we are here, Kevin replied, to learn the truth. If their tigers truly are as dangerous as our initial research suggests, it changes everything. We know about evolution on our world. Back in the dining hall, Amanda yawned and stood up. Big day tomorrow. I need sleep. As she walked to her room, she passed the wing where the aliens stayed. She heard their strange language through the door, their voices rising and falling like music. They sounded excited about something. Amanda smiled to herself. Teaching was always more fun when the students were eager to learn. And these students had traveled across the stars just to study Earth's animals. She couldn't wait to show them. The wonders of her world. Little did she know that these alien visitors were about to challenge everything they believed about nature, predators, and the rules of life itself. The next morning, Amanda and her colleague Dr. Ethan Morris prepared the classroom for the first real lesson. Today, they would show the alien students videos and holograms of Earth's predators. Ethan was an expert on big cats and had brought his best tiger footage. Do you think they'll be impressed? Ethan asked as he set up the projector. I hope so, Amanda replied. They seem very interested in predators, especially tigers. It's a bit strange. The 6 Salaxian students entered the room right on time. They moved with more confidence today, already getting used to Earth's gravity. Each sat at a station with a hologram display. Good morning, Amanda said. Today we'll show you Earth's major predator types. Dr. Morris here is our big cat expert, so he'll lead the section on tigers since you've expressed interest in them. Kevin nodded his blue-skinned head. We are eager to learn. The lesson began with wolves. The aliens watched footage of wolf packs hunting deer, working together to bring down prey much larger than themselves. The students took careful notes, their 4 eyes never blinking. Wolves hunt in groups, Amanda explained. They use teamwork and can plan complex attacks. Next came bears. The screen showed a huge grizzly catching salmon and fighting off rivals. Bears are not just predators, Amanda said. They also eat plants and berries. We call them omnivores. Then it was time for the big cats. Ethan stepped forward as lions appeared on screen. Lions are social cats that live in groups called prides, he said. The females do most of the hunting. The Zalaxians watched leopards climbing trees with killed antelopes, and jaguars crushing the skulls of caimans with powerful jaws. With each new cat, they leaned forward a little more. Finally, Ethan smiled. And now, the largest of the big cats, the Siberian tiger. The hologram in the center of the room formed into a full-sized male tiger. It was almost 10 feet long from nose to tail, with orange fur and black stripes. Its muscles rippled as it moved. A male Siberian tiger can weigh over 600 pounds, Ethan said. They are pure muscle and can run up to 40 miles per hour. The hologram showed a tiger stalking through tall grass, then bursting forward to catch a deer. The aliens watched silently. As the tiger used its massive jaws, to break the deer's neck. Tigers have a bite force of about 1,000 pounds, Ethan continued. They can crush bone with ease. They hunt alone and use surprise attacks. They can kill animals much bigger than themselves, including bears. Lisa raised her hand. This does not seem possible. The tiger is strong, yes, but not extraordinary. How does it compare to your planet's most dangerous predator? Amanda and Ethan looked at each other. Well, Amanda said, humans are technically Earth's top predator now because of our tools and weapons. But in terms of natural hunting ability, the tiger is one of the best. Could we see the numbers? Kevin asked. Speed, strength, bite force of different predators? Ethan pulled up a chart comparing various predators. The tiger's stats stood out, not always the highest in each category, but impressive across. All of them. The aliens spoke quietly to each other in their own language. Their voices made musical sounds that rose and fell quickly. Kevin turned back to the humans. We would like to share information about our world's predator, the Goroth, for comparison. He connected his device to the main computer. The hologram flickered and changed. A new creature appeared in the center of the room. Amanda and Ethan stepped back in surprise. The Goroth was huge, like a mix between a rhinoceros and a giant lizard. It stood 12 feet tall with thick armor plates, covering its body. Long poison spikes ran down its back. Its mouth was full of teeth like daggers. The Goroth is our world's only top predator, Kevin said. It weighs about 2,000 of your pounds and can run 35 miles per hour. Its skin is naturally armored, and its spikes have venom that can paralyze prey in seconds. The room was quiet as everyone stared at the monster. Ethan cleared his throat. That's quite a creature. But I notice it doesn't seem able to turn quickly, and its eyes are small. It probably can't see very well to the sides. That is correct, Kevin said. But on our world, nothing can use these weaknesses against it. A tiger might, Amanda said thoughtfully. Tigers are ambush hunters with excellent stealth. They attack from the side or behind. They regularly kill animals with tough skin, like wild boars. This is just theory, Kevin said, but his voice sounded worried. The Goroth cannot be defeated. It is perfect. Nothing in nature is perfect, Amanda said gently. That's the first rule of biology on Earth. Our planet doesn't have just one top predator. We have many, each good at different things. The alien students looked troubled. The idea of many top predators living in the same world seemed to bother them deeply. After class, Amanda found Ethan in the lab. Did you see their reaction when we suggested a tiger could possibly hurt their Goroth? Ethan nodded. They almost seemed offended. I think this Goroth is more than just an animal to them. It might be important in their culture. Maybe, Amanda said. But they're scientists. They should follow the evidence, not their feelings. That night, Kevin worked alone in the computer lab. He was running a program that showed a tiger fighting a young Goroth. The computer had run the fight 1,000 different ways. In more than 600 of the fights, the tiger won. This cannot be right, Kevin whispered to himself. He changed some numbers and ran it again. The result was the same. The door opened, and Amanda walked in. Still studying tigers? She asked. Kevin jumped in surprise. Yes, we find them. Troubling. Troubling? Why? Kevin stared at his screen. On our world, everything is simple. The Goroth rules. Other animals stay out of its way. Your tigers are different. They hunt in a way we find hard to understand. Amanda sat next to him. You and the others seem upset about our predators. Is something wrong? After a long pause, Kevin admitted, we have been testing what would happen if a tiger met a young Goroth. The computer says the tiger would win most times. This must be wrong. He showed her the results. Amanda wasn't surprised. There's no such thing as a perfect predator, she explained. Every animal has strengths and weaknesses. Your Gorith grew up without competition. Tigers grew up fighting other cats, wolves, and bears. They had to become very good hunters to survive. But the Gorith is bigger and has poison, Kevin insisted. Size isn't everything, Amanda said. Tigers don't fight fair. They attack from hiding and aim for the neck. They don't need poison. Their bite is strong enough to break bones. Kevin's 4 eyes blinked one after another, showing he was upset. We need to run more tests. Of course, Amanda nodded. That's what science is about, testing ideas. Let's make a better computer model together. Over the next few days, Amanda helped the students create a better program. It showed how tigers and Goriths would really behave in nature. The results always showed the same thing. While a full-grown Gorith would likely beat a tiger in a direct fight. The tiger's hunting style gave it a good chance against younger Goriths. This discovery deeply upset the alien students. If their world's ultimate predator could be killed by an Earth animal, it wasn't even the most dangerous on its planet. What did that mean? They had a lot to think about. 3 weeks into the exchange program, the Zalaxian students could not stop thinking about tigers. They asked for more videos, more data, and more studies about tiger anatomy. Their interest had grown into something close to obsession. One evening, Amanda walked into the computer lab and found Kevin working alone. The screen showed a tiger moving through tall grass in slow motion. Still studying tigers? She asked. Kevin jumped slightly. Yes, we find them ... concerning. Concerning? In what way? Kevin's 4 eyes focused on her. On our world, things are simple. The Gorith is the ruler. All other animals must adapt or die. Your tigers represent a hunting style that we find hard to understand. Amanda sat in a chair next to him. I've noticed you and the others seem troubled by our predator variety. Is there something specific you're trying to figure out? After thinking for a while, Kevin admitted, we have been running computer tests of what might happen if a Siberian tiger met a young Gorith. The results are ... unexpected. He showed her the data on his screen. The computer had run thousands of different fight scenarios. In over 60% of them, the tiger won. This cannot be right, Kevin said. The Gorith is the perfect predator. There's no such thing as a perfect predator, Amanda explained. Every animal ability comes with trade-offs. The Gorith grew up as the only big predator on your world. Tigers grew up competing with other big cats, wolves, bears, and even other tigers. They had to develop extreme stealth, speed, and killing skills. But the Gorith is larger, has armor and poison, Kevin insisted. Size isn't everything, Amanda replied. Tigers regularly kill larger animals. Their hunting strategy isn't about fair fights. They attack by surprise, going for weak spots. And while they don't have poison, they don't need it. Their bite can crush neck bones or cut the spine. Kevin's eyes blinked in sequence, showing he was upset. We want to run more detailed tests. Amanda nodded. Of course. Science is about testing ideas. Let's build a better model together. Over the next few days, Amanda helped the students create a more advanced computer program. This one included detailed behavior patterns of both animals. The results consistently showed that while an adult Gorith would likely defeat a tiger in a direct fight, the tiger's ambush hunting style gave it a big advantage in most realistic scenarios. The implications deeply troubled the Zalaxian students. If their world's ultimate predator could potentially fall to an Earth predator that wasn't even considered the most dangerous on its own planet, what did that say about the Zalaxian ecosystem? About their own evolution? One morning, Amanda found all 6 alien students in the media room. They were watching videos of different Earth predators hunting. lions taking down zebras, wolves chasing elk, eagles catching fish, and tigers ambushing deer. We have been comparing hunting methods. Lisa explained. Earth predators use many different techniques. Yes, Amanda said. Different habitats and prey require different hunting styles. Kevin turned to her. In 2 days, we visit the Tiger Conservation Center, correct? Yes, the Northern Pacific Tiger Conservation Center in Idaho. They have several Siberian tigers in a large natural habitat. You'll be able to observe real tigers from safe viewing areas. Will we see them hunt? Asked another student named Ben. No, Amanda said. These tigers are fed regularly, but they still show natural behaviors. You'll see how they move, how they interact with their environment. Good, Kevin said. We need to see real tigers, not just videos and computer models. On the morning of the field trip, the Zalaxian students were unusually quiet. They boarded the small bus without their normal questions and sat silently as Amanda drove them toward Idaho. Nervous about seeing real tigers? Amanda asked Kevin, who sat in the front seat. Not nervous, Kevin replied. Curious. Computer simulations are useful, but direct observation is better. After a few hours of driving, they arrived at the Tiger Conservation Center. Dr. Paul Martinez, the head of the facility, met them at the entrance. Welcome to the largest tiger conservation center in North America, he said with a smile. We have 12 Siberian tigers here, part of a breeding program to help save the species. He led them to the main viewing area, which looked out over a large wooded space with a small stream running through it. The area was surrounded by tall, reinforced glass walls. We're lucky today, Dr. Martinez said. Raja, our largest male, is in this viewing area. He's 9 years old and weighs about 650 pounds, a tiger in his prime. The Zalaxians pressed against the glass, looking out at the trees and bushes. At first, they saw nothing. Where is the tiger? Lisa asked. He's out there, Dr. Martinez said quietly, watching us. Then, slowly, a pattern of orange and black fur became visible among the plants, just 30 feet away from them. The tiger had been there all along, perfectly hidden despite its large size. He was there the whole time, Amanda explained. Tigers are masters of hiding in plain sight. The tiger moved forward with smooth grace. Each huge paw touched the ground without making a sound. His eyes, fixed on the viewing area, showed intelligence and focus. He can smell you, Amanda told the students. You're new, and predators are always interested in new smells. The tiger came closer to the glass. He stood almost 4 feet tall at the shoulder. His eyes stared directly at the Zalaxian students, his nose working to catch their scent. Kevin made a small sound, something between a gasp and a whimper. The other students moved back slightly. Don't worry, Dr. Martinez assured them. He can't get through the glass. This barrier is designed to withstand impacts much stronger than anything Raja could make. It's not that, Kevin said softly. It's his eyes. They are judging us, Amanda nodded. Tigers are very smart predators. They're always calculating, always evaluating potential prey or threats. The tiger let out a deep growl that they could feel through the floor. 2 of the Zalaxian students stepped back instinctively. Just saying hello, Dr. Martinez said with a smile. He's telling us this is his territory. For the next hour, they followed Dr. Martinez through the facility, observing other tigers in different habitats. The Zalaxians took many notes and recordings, but asked fewer questions than usual. They simply watched, with what Amanda thought looked like growing respect. At the end of the tour, they gathered in the research center's meeting room. Dr. Martinez had prepared detailed files on each tiger's hunting patterns, strength tests, and behavior studies. I understand you've been running comparative tests, he said. These data sets should help improve your models. Kevin thanked him politely, but added, the models are no longer necessary. Seeing the tigers in person has been ... educational. On the drive back to the main research facility, the Zalaxian students talked excitedly among themselves in their own language. Amanda caught bits of their conversation, enough to understand they were seriously reconsidering something important to their culture. That evening, Kevin approached Amanda in the common room. We have contacted our teachers on Zolax, he said. We have asked permission to extend our study of Earth predators and to bring samples of tiger DNA back to our world for further study. That would need special permits, Amanda replied. And it might not be approved. Tigers are endangered, and their genetic material is protected. We understand, Kevin said. We do not want to create tigers or change them. We simply want to understand how your world produced such efficient predators, while ours produced only the Gorath. Evolution takes different paths on different worlds, Amanda explained. The main difference seems to be that Earth created competition between multiple predator species, forcing each to develop specialized hunting strategies. Kevin nodded slowly. On Zolax, we have long believed that having a single dominant predator was the sign of an advanced ecosystem. We are now questioning this idea. The days following the Tiger Conservation Center visit were filled with intense activity. The Zalaxian students spent hours reviewing their notes and footage from the trip. They created new computer models based on what they had seen. They asked many more questions about predator evolution on Earth. Amanda noticed a big change in their attitude. Before, they had approached Earth's predators with scientific curiosity mixed with disbelief. Now, there was something like respect. In their questions. 4 months into the 6-month exchange program, Amanda received a message from the United Nations Interspecies Exchange Commission. The Zalaxian Science Academy had requested an extension of the study program and permission to expand its scope. They want to send more students next year, Amanda told Sam as they sat in the dining hall. They've specifically asked to study predator evolution across Earth's history. Something about tigers really got to them, Sam said. What do you think it is? Amanda thought for a moment. I think it challenges their whole understanding of evolution. On their world, having one super predator is seen as the natural end, point of evolution. Earth shows a different path is possible. That afternoon, Amanda found Kevin in the library. He was studying books about prehistoric Earth predators, saber-toothed cats, dire wolves, and giant bears. Your planet's predator history is fascinating, Kevin said without looking up. You've had many different apex predators over time, each adapted to specific conditions. Yes, Amanda replied. Earth's history is full of evolutionary arms races between predators and prey and between competing predators. Kevin closed the book. We have been thinking about what this means for Zolax. The Gorath appeared very early in our planet's history, about 50 million years ago. Once it evolved, no other predator could compete. It killed them all. And then? Amanda asked. And then ... nothing changed. The Gorath today is almost identical to its ancestors from 50 million years ago. It had no reason to evolve further. Amanda nodded. Without competition, there's less evolutionary pressure to adapt or improve. On Earth, predators constantly push each other to develop new skills and abilities. We believe this may explain more than just predator evolution, Kevin said carefully. It might explain why Earth produced humans while Zolax did not produce a similar intelligent species until much later in its history. That's an interesting theory, Amanda said. Competition driving cognitive development. Yes, many of your predators show problem-solving abilities. Wolves plan complex hunts. Tigers learn and adapt to new situations. These cognitive traits evolved from the need to outsmart both prey and competing predators. Kevin stood up and walked to the window. Outside, a deer was grazing at the edge of the forest. On Zolax, the Goroth relies on physical strength and venom. It never needed to be clever. It simply overwhelms its prey with brute force. Amanda joined him at the window. And you think this affected the evolution of all life on your planet? We are beginning to think so, Kevin admitted. Intelligence evolved much later on our world. Our ancestors developed tools and language. Only about 100,000 years ago. Humans did so nearly 1,000,000 years ago. A week later, Amanda was invited to join a video call between the Salaxian students and their professors back on Zolax. The alien scientists on the screen looked similar to the students, but had darker blue skin and more pronounced facial ridges. The head scientist, Professor Zarla, spoke in perfect English. Professor Lewis, your assistance with our students has been invaluable. Their reports about Earth's predator diversity, especially regarding tigers, have caused quite a stir in our scientific community. I'm happy to help, Amanda replied. Your students are excellent researchers. They tell me that you have suggested a connection between predator competition and the development of intelligence. This is a revolutionary concept for us. It's just a theory, Amanda said modestly, based on Earth's evolutionary history. Nevertheless, it merits further study. We would like to establish a permanent research exchange. A team of our biologists would visit Earth annually to study your predator species, and we would welcome Earth scientists to study our singular evolutionary path. After the call ended, Kevin seemed excited. This is unprecedented. The Science Academy rarely changes its research focus so dramatically. Your findings must have been very compelling, Amanda said. They were. And there is more news. The genetic samples we requested might be approved after all. A small amount of tiger DNA for analysis, not for cloning or modification. That's a big step, Amanda said. Earth governments are very careful about sharing genetic material, especially from endangered species. We understand. We've agreed to share complete Goroth genetic data in exchange. Your scientists might find it interesting to compare the two apex predators. The next day, a surprise visitor arrived at the research center. Dr. Liam Peterson from the Global Predator Conservation Initiative stepped out of a helicopter on the landing pad. Dr. Peterson, Amanda greeted him. I didn't know you were coming. Last-minute decision, he said, shaking her hand. The UN committee wanted an independent assessment of the Salaxian research proposal. I need to interview the students and review their findings. For 3 days, Dr. Peterson observed the Salaxian students, read their research, and asked many detailed questions. He seemed particularly interested in their theories about predator competition driving intelligence. On the 4th day, he called a meeting with Amanda and the students. I've reviewed everything, he said, and I'm impressed. Your comparison of tiger hunting strategies to Goroth behavior is excellent work. Your theory about the link between predator diversity and cognitive evolution is speculative, but well supported by the evidence. Thank you, Kevin said. What will you tell the UN committee? I'm going to recommend approval of both the extended research program and the limited exchange of genetic samples. With proper safeguards, of course. The Zalaxian students made their musical sounds of excitement. Even Kevin, usually the most serious, seemed pleased. After Dr. Peterson left, Amanda found Kevin in the observation deck, looking out at the forest as night fell. His blue skin looked almost purple in the fading light. Happy with the outcome? She asked. Very much so, he replied. But also ... troubled. Why troubled? Kevin's 4 eyes blinked in sequence. The Goroth has been the symbol of power in our culture for thousands of years. Many of our religions feature it as a divine creature. Our military uses its image. Our children are taught that it represents the perfect end point of evolution. And now? Amanda asked gently. Now we must reconsider much of what we thought. We knew. If Earth could produce multiple apex predators, each specialized and efficient, then perhaps the Gorth is not the peak of evolution, but a dead end. Scientific progress often challenges cultural beliefs, Amanda said. It's not easy. No, Kevin agreed, but it is necessary. Our team will present our findings to the Science Academy in 2 months. It will cause much debate. As darkness fell completely, Kevin turned to Amanda. One question remains unanswered. What's that? In a real encounter, not a computer simulation, could an Earth tiger truly defeat a Gorth? Amanda smiled. We'll probably never know for sure, and that's probably for the best. Perhaps, Kevin said, but the possibility alone has changed how we see the universe. 6 months passed quickly. The time had come for the Zalaxian students to return to their homeworld. Their final task was to present their research findings to a group of scientists from both Earth and Zolax. The presentation was scheduled at the United Nations Interspecies Exchange Commission building in New York. The large room was filled with scientists, government officials, and reporters from both planets. Amanda sat in the front row, feeling proud as Kevin walked to the front of the room to speak. Thank you for coming, Kevin began. Our research trip to Earth has given us surprising new information that challenges what Zalaxians believe about predator evolution and ecosystem balance. He showed a side-by-side comparison of Earth and Zolax, highlighting the different evolutionary paths of their predator species. Earth's history produced many competing predator types, creating what scientists call an evolutionary arms race. This competition drove the development of highly specialized hunting strategies, excellent stealth abilities, and remarkable hunting efficiency. Images of various Earth predators, wolves, bears, sharks, eagles, and finally tigers appeared on the big screen. By contrast, Zalax saw the early appearance of the Gorth, which killed off all competing predator types before they could establish stable populations. While the Gorth is physically impressive, our research suggests it represents an evolutionary dead end, a species that stopped meaningful adaptation millions of years ago due to lack of competition. Whispers spread through the Zalaxian delegation. This was clearly a controversial statement. Our most important finding comes from our study of Earth's tiger species, Kevin continued. Through careful observation, physical analysis, and computer modeling, we have determined that a mature Siberian tiger using ambush hunting strategies would have about a 60 to 70% success rate against a young Gorth, and a 30 to 40% success rate against a nearly adult Gorth of similar weight. The screen showed a detailed simulation of such a fight. The tiger's attack was swift and precise, targeting the neck and cutting the spinal cord before the Gorth could use its poison spines. The implications go beyond simple predator comparison, Kevin explained. Earth's competitive predator ecosystem has produced not just physically strong species, but mentally advanced ones. The problem-solving abilities, strategic thinking, and adaptive behavior of Earth's predators, particularly social predators like wolves, represent mental developments that never appeared on Zolax. Amanda noticed that some of the Zalaxian officials looked uncomfortable. This research clearly challenged some deeply held beliefs. In conclusion, Kevin said, we propose a complete rethinking of Zalaxian ecological theory. The presence of multiple top predators within an ecosystem does not, as previously thought, represent an unstable temporary state. Rather, it creates evolutionary pressure that drives sophisticated adaptation and potentially higher forms of intelligence. He paused, then added, it is perhaps not a coincidence that Earth, with its diverse predator ecosystem, produced a tool using space-traveling species like humans, while Zolax, dominated by a single apex predator, took significantly longer to develop comparable intelligence. The presentation ended with some humans applauding enthusiastically, while the Zolaxians responded more quietly during the reception. Afterward, Amanda found Kevin standing alone by a window, looking out at the New York skyline. "That was quite a presentation," she said. "I'm guessing some of your conclusions weren't popular with the Zolaxian scientific establishment." Kevin's 4 eyes blinked in sequence. "Change comes slowly to established thinking, Professor Lewis, but the evidence is strong. The Goroth has been a symbol of power in our culture for thousands of years. The idea that an Earth predator, one that isn't even the dominant species on its own planet, could potentially defeat it, this requires adjustment. Science is about following the evidence, even when it challenges what we believe," Amanda replied. "Indeed," Kevin said. "Our research team has been given permission to establish a long-term study program. We will be sending researchers to Earth every year to continue studying your predator diversity." "And what about tigers?" Amanda asked, still fascinated by them. "More than ever," Kevin admitted. "They represent an evolutionary path my species never considered possible. Specialized killing efficiency without technological help. Several of our evolutionary biologists are already proposing new theories about what might have developed on Zolax if the Goroth hadn't eliminated all competition so early in our planet's history." As the exchange students prepared to board their shuttle the next day, Kevin gave Amanda a small crystal data device. "Our complete research findings," he explained, "including several ideas about human evolution that you might find interesting." Amanda accepted the crystal. "What's the most important thing you learned during your time on Earth?" she asked. Kevin thought carefully before answering. "Perhaps it is this. True strength does not come from domination, but from competition. The Goroth dominated and stopped evolving. Your tigers competed and became perfect hunters. There is a lesson here that goes beyond biology." As the shuttle lifted off, Amanda wondered how this research would change Zolaxian culture in the years to come. The students had come to study Earth's animals, but they were returning home with something far more valuable: a new way of seeing evolution, competition, and the complex forces that shaped 2 very different worlds. What began as a simple exchange program had become the first step in a deep reconsideration of how species evolve. And it had all started with the simple question: could Earth's tigers take down a Goroth? In the vast universe, it seemed that even apex predators had something to learn from each other. 5 years later, Amanda stood on the same landing pad where she had first greeted the Zolaxian students. A new ship was descending from the sky, larger than the first one. This time, it carried not just students, but senior Zolaxian scientists, government officials, and even cultural leaders. As they walked down the ramp, Amanda recognized Kevin among them. His skin had darkened with age, and he wore the formal robes of a senior researcher. "Professor Lewis," he said warmly, "it is good to see you again." "Welcome back," she replied. "I've been following your work. Your papers on competitive predator evolution have made quite an impact." "Yes," Kevin said. "They have changed how we understand our own evolutionary history. And there have been other changes too." He handed her a tablet showing a new Zolaxian city design with multiple habitats and diverse ecosystem zones. "We are rebuilding parts of our world to encourage diversity," he explained, "creating spaces where different species can evolve along different paths." "That's a big change," Amanda said, impressed. Kevin's 4 eyes focused on her. A tiger showed. "You hest that there is strength in diversity, not just in domination. Some lessons reach beyond biology into how we build our society." As they walked toward the research center, Kevin added, "We have brought something for your museums. The last living Goroth died 2 years ago, They had been declining for centuries. An evolutionary dead end, just as our research suggested. I'm sorry, Amanda said. Don't be, Kevin replied. In the protected zones, we are already seeing new predator species begin to emerge and compete. In 10 million years, who knows what magnificent hunters might evolve on Zolex? Perhaps something as remarkable as your tigers. They reached the top of the hill and looked out over the valley where the research center stood. In the distance, the forests of Yellowstone stretched to the horizon, home to wolves, bears, and mountain lions, all competing in an ancient evolutionary dance. It all started here, Kevin said quietly. With tigers? Amanda smiled. No, it started with curiosity. The most powerful force in any universe.